Hey, hey, hey. So tomorrow is the first day of a new month, and then before we know it, it's going to be a new year. How are you feeling about your 2021 goals? Have you started working on them? Are you freaking out about them? Where are you at with all that fun stuff? If you have started working on your 2021 goals or just kind of started mapping it out, kind of started to look at that, you may have come across some of the more traditional. Okay, I think I'm reconnected. So you may have come across some of the more traditional goal setting guidelines or tips, right? So things like be specific, be measurable, have your goals be measurable, have them be time sensitive, write them down, get support. All fantastic, super, like these are really strong guidelines for goal setting, right? I propose, though, that we need something a little bit more foundational, something that goes a little bit deeper, especially when it comes to going into this new year, 2021, considering what we've all just been through for 2020, right? So I propose something more foundational, something deeper, that can pair up with the traditional goal setting tips. So in case you are new here, welcome to Matcha Monday. My name is Marissa. I'm the creator of the Meraki Collective, where we help personal brands show up online with confidence and clarity. Matcha Monday usually is paired with a fancy glass or cup or whatever mug where I drink matcha. Today I'm just drinking like tea from the bag in my new fancy mug. Look how cool this is. And it even matches with what I have going on today. So welcome. I'm happy you're here. Whether you're watching live or watching the replay, let me know that you're here. I appreciate you taking time to dive into these Matcha Monday episodes that I do, because there's a lot of things in here that only can come up in conversation, kind of like more of a casual conversation. It's not so much of me teaching or anything. It's more of that conversation about branding, business, websites, all the things. But today in particular, I'm going to show you or share with you 7 ways you can stop freaking out about your 2021 goals. That is, of course, assuming that you've started working on your 2021 goals and assuming that you're freaking out about it. And if you're not, fantastic, then you're golden. Don't worry about it. Okay. I'm pausing again because it keeps telling me that I have poor connection. So I just want to make sure that y'all can still hear me and see me. So going back to that, if and when you start working on your 2021 goals, if you find yourself in that state of overwhelm and kind of like freaking out about like, oh my gosh, I want to do all the things. There's so much I didn't get done in 2020. How am I going to do all the things or figure out all the things in 2021? Here are 7 things that are going to help you. Remember, I said those foundational things that are going to help you not feel so overwhelmed or freaked out about it. So number 1, and like I said, we're going deep here. Number 1, let go of expectations. So I have my notes here on the other screen. Failure, okay, is only present when there are unmet expectations. So what would happen if you let go of expectations when it comes to your 2021 goals? Like what if you didn't expect anything? Even actually not just the 2021 goals, but what if you didn't expect anything? If you let go of expectations, and that means that you are no longer open to being disappointed or failure because you let go of anything that you were expecting, right? So many times when a new year rolls around, we expect to hit all of these goals within the first 23 hours of the year, but what if we just let go? So that's number 1, let go of expectations. Number 2, notice what narrative or timeline you are living by. So this is just an example, but who said you had to be married with kids, have a house, have a stable job, or start a new business, or have a new car by the age of 35? Like, who said that? Who painted this like perfect picture of where we should all be? Notice whether you are living by or you're living your life or crafting your goals based on somebody else's timeline. So if you're mapping out your goals and you're stressing out because you haven't gotten there, you don't know how you're going to get there, what if you set your goals based on your own timeline and based on what you want, not on what you're supposed to be, right? It kind of goes along with those expectations. Number 3, give yourself space or creative time. I like to call it creative time. So, or like wiggle room, right? More of a casual thing. So if you're working on a big project, what if you built in a few days of just space to be able to deal with anything that may come up while you work on this project. I am guilty of doing this. I'm like, this is gonna take me 3 days to do, so I'm gonna allot 3 days to do this. And then a lot of times it's like, oh man, I needed a little bit more time there because there's always stuff that comes up. So what if you gave yourself that creative time, that creative space when it comes to setting and mapping out your goals? Number 4, embrace the messy and embrace the unexpected. This goes along with all of them, but when you take away the pressure of needing things to be perfect, doesn't it just feel good? When you're just like, you know what, I'm gonna put this out there, I'm gonna launch this thing, I'm gonna start my online, I'm gonna get going with my online presence, I'm gonna put my website out there, and I'm gonna embrace the messy and I'm gonna embrace the unexpected. When you have that thought process behind your goal setting, it's no longer like, oh, it has to be like this and it needs to go like that, because you're ready to embrace it being messy. Number 5, be quick and open to adapt, to learn, and get ready to get uncomfortable. So when things don't pan out exactly as expected, right? If you had a certain goal and things don't work out exactly that way, how long does it take you to try something new, to pivot, to get up again and get back up on your feet? When you're open to adapt and you're open to getting uncomfortable, you're able to move quicker. When we're so locked in with like, this is how things had to be, it kind of goes along with number 1, right? Like the expectation part. When we're open to adapting and being able to pivot quickly, whether or not we met a micro goal or not doesn't affect us. And the whole point is, how fast can you get up and keep going, right? After you had to adapt to something. Okay, number 6, I'm gonna move on because the whole point of these Matcha Monday conversations is to keep them semi-short. Number 6, seek out the gift. This took me a long time to like accept and like get and really like live, like make this part of my lifestyle. But every single thing that does not go your way carries a lesson, aka a gift. Imagine it like a beautiful gift being given to you when things don't work out your way. So seek out the gift. Can you get excited about finding the thing that you're supposed to learn when things don't work out your way? And number 7, to stop freaking out about your 2021 goals is to set goals or these intentions in 90-day increments. This is, I don't want to say the perfect number, but it's a great number because this 3 months, looking at it by quarter, it practically guarantees that you keep short-term and long-term focus. It's short enough so that you don't get like tired of working on the thing you're working on, but it's long enough to be able to apply these other things that I talked about, giving yourself space. It gives you enough time to embrace the messy. It gives you enough time to pivot and do things according to what comes up. Let me see. Oh, there it is. Can you see me now?
Yeah. It takes a little while.
Okay, I might just have to wrap it up quickly then. And then that way I can save it. Okay, it looks like I'm back. I don't know if any of that got recorded, any of the behind the scenes. We're having some connection issues over here. So just to summarize before it like cuts me off again, just to summarize how to stop freaking out about your 2021 goals, let go of expectations, notice what timeline or narrative you're living by, give yourself space or creative time, embrace the messy and unexpected, be quick and open to adapt and make changes and get uncomfortable, seek out the gift in the things that don't pan out the way you wanted, and work in 90-day increments. Now, I'm not sharing all of this to say like throw traditional goal setting out the window, not at all. I am a big fan of that. And I think like the tips that I mentioned in the morning, like the traditional ones, I think they're fantastic. I'm sharing this to say that there are deeper things than just those basic tips and guidelines. If you take these 7 things and apply this and make it more of a lifestyle and a foundation, like I said, you won't freak out about the 2021 goals and beyond, or even when we're in the thick of 2021, come whatever may come. These guidelines are golden. They are foundational, like I said. And so it's, I wrote down a little thing I wanted to say. Oh yes, how important it is to stay open to the unknown, curious to the lessons that come up when things don't pan out the way that they're supposed to, and committed to, no matter what, regardless of what may come or what happened this year, to continue showing up for yourself, your brand, your business, your clients. Thank you so much for joining me on this Matcha Monday. I hope that this went through. I hope that this is even recording. We shall see. I may have to do this again, but that's okay. Thank you for being here. We had some technical issues. So I go live on Instagram every Monday for Matcha Mondays to talk about branding, websites, and all things business. I appreciate you so much, whether you were able to catch the live or the replay. Thanks for being here. Bye.